What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm on Tier Maker and I'm going to be ranking NHL top left wingers. Now, these are not every single left wing obviously in the NHL, because that would just be a bit ridiculous and would be just a lot of players. So I'm just using the players that are already listed here on Tier Maker. If you guys like this video, show support on it, like the video. Also subscribe if you guys are new. Helps out the channel a lot. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. And if you guys would like to see another one of these with centers, right wingers, defensemen, goalies, let me know down in the comments or show support on this video and I'll probably make another one. Let's get right going into this. It's going to be tough. I always hate doing these tier makers right at the beginning because I never really know where to put my base. So I think I'm just going to start off here. We got lots of categories. This is actually almost too many categories. I'm going to get rid of F and get rid of E, and I'll probably just put, I don't really think any of these players are F tier, so I'm just gonna go S, A, B, C, D, D being the worst. I don't think any of these players are F. That's just a bit crazy. So I'm gonna go Taylor Hall here, and I'm gonna put him in the B category. I think Taylor Hall is a really good player. He bounces around a lot. He's had a really unfortunate time with Buffalo, but he's playing pretty good on Boston. I would say B category is still what I would say is elite. A, I'd say is just like high elite, very, very good. And S, I'd say is just like a unreal talented player. So I'm comfortable putting Taylor Hall in the B there. Anders Lee, actually, Anders Lee is good. I'm going to put Anders Lee in the D category, I think. Anders Lee is still a good player. Don't get me wrong. All the players on this list are still good players. There's got to be a bottom, right? So Anders Lee unfortunately falls into that. Mike Hoffman is a good player as well. I think I'm going to put Mike Hoffman above Anders Lee in the C category. Now, I might get some flack for that, but personally, I think Hoffman, yeah, I'm okay with that. Evander Kane, though, I'm going to put down in the D category. Evander Kane is still a good player. Just out of the rest of the players here, I don't think Evander Kane should go above that. Rickard Rakell is an interesting character. I'm going to put him in C as well. I do think I'd rather have Rickard Rakell on my team over Anders Lee and Evander Kane. So that's why I put him in C. I just think I'd rather Taylor Hall than Rickard Rakell personally. Kyle Connor, I'm going to put up in A. Kyle Connor is actually, scratch that. Kyle Connor, I'm going to put up in S. Kyle Connor is super talented. He's really, really good. He deserves to be up in that S category, like no doubt about it. Jason Zucker, I'll put Jason Zucker in C. I feel quite comfortable putting him in C. I think Zucker's still a good player. Again, I think I'd rather have Jason Zucker than Anders Lee and Evander Kane, so I'm comfortable putting him in that C position. Clayton Keller, I think for right now, compared to these defensemen, I'm going to put Clayton Keller in D, but I do think Clayton Keller has a really bright future, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was up in that Taylor Hall B category in the next couple of years. But for now, I'm going to put him in D. Max Pacioretty is very talented. I'm going to put Max Pacioretty in A. I think you know what you're going to get from Max Pacioretty. He's done it many years in a row. You know he's already that staple left winger in the NHL. You know what you're going to get from him. So I think the A category is pretty fitting for him. Jamie Benn, I'm going to put up in B. Jamie Benn's a really good player as well. He plays a different role than Taylor Hall, so it's kind of hard to compare them one for one. Jamie Benn's that gonna fight you in the corners, power forward, when Taylor Hall is that sniper. So they play different roles, but I'd say for a power forward, Jamie Benn's probably one of the best. It's hard to put a power forward up in the S category or the A category when there's just, unfortunately, just better players. But Jamie Benn's still a really solid player and deserves to be in that B category. Panarin is very good, and I'm tempted to put Panarin in S with Kyle Connor, but I think I'm going to put him in the A category. I might revisit this after and feel kind of bad of putting Panarin in A and not S, but I'll see how that S tier shapes up and see if he deserves to be there. I think Panarin's a really, really good elite player, but I'm just not feeling the S tier yet. Mikko Rantanen, I am going to put up an S tier, though. I think Rantanen is very, very good. And you know what? I might have just talked myself into it because I put Rantanen up in S. I can't have everybody up in S tier, though, man. But because I put Rantanen up there, I'm going to put Panarin up there as well. point-wise, they're both very, very talented players and can put up points. Panarin can score. Rantanen is super talented. Granted, he's playing on a stacked Colorado Avalanche line. So, I mean, you're going to put up points when you're playing with McKinnon and Landeskog. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's still a very, very good player. So, I'll put him there. Jaden Schwartz is an interesting one. I like Jaden Schwartz a lot, but I'm going to put him in B with Taylor Hall and Jamie Benn. I think that's a fair place to put Jaden Schwartz. He's very good. Again, kind of like the Max Pacioretty statement, you kind of know what you're going to get from him. He's just a very solid player, so I'm fine with that. Jonathan Huberdeau is very, very talented, but I'm going to put Jonathan Huberdeau in A. I just don't know if he can jump up. Actually, you know what? I already bite myself in the ass for that. I'm going to put Jonathan Huberdeau in S tier. Jonathan Huberdeau is super underrated, and I almost just underrated him right there. I don't think he belongs in the A. I think he's that next step. He's super talented. Alex DeBrincat is very, very good as well, but I'm going to put him in the B category. I think Alex DeBrincat maybe next year or the year after will go in that A or S tier. He's very good and has a very bright future, but for now in his career, I'm fine with him in that B. Philip Forsberg, I'm going to put in A. He's very good as well, and somebody that is an elite player in the NHL. Everyone knows that. When I look at that, who I have in the S tier right now, Philip Forsberg is just, he's not in the same category as them in my opinion, but he's also not a category lower, so A is fitting for him. Same with Sebastian Aho, to be honest. I'm going to put him in A category as well. Sebastian Aho is a very good player, but I just don't see how he would fit in with Kyle Connor and all them up in that top list there. Like, he's very talented, like I said. I just don't see it. Johnny Gaudreau, as of recent years, like past years, I'd put him up in A, but I'm going to put him in B. I just don't think Johnny Gaudreau has been as good as he was recently or in past seasons. So I'm comfortable putting him in B, and I don't feel bad about that. Brad Marchand is very close to being an S, but I'm going to put him in A as well. Brad Marchand's very, very good player. I just don't see him being that takeover game type player. So as much as he pisses people off, I don't know. I'm going to keep him in A. And OV deserves to be in a record of his own above all these guys, but I'm going to put him in S with everyone else there. OV's very, very talented. You know what you're going to get from OV. Obviously, one of the best scorers in the world. Arguably the best scorer to ever play hockey. So that's fitting for me. And yeah, you guys, this is my tier list. So obviously, some of you guys will probably disagree. Some of you might agree with some of my opinions. Let me know what I did wrong in your eyes. Obviously, this is all subjective, which makes this very, very fun. Everyone's going to have different opinions on players. Some people might have some guys higher. Some might have some guys lower. It's totally opinionated, which is why I like doing this kind of stuff. You never know what you're going to see. Everyone's opinion is completely different. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, before we end this, please comment down below. Let's start some conversations down there. Let me know what you guys disagree with, because there's going to be something you disagree with. So don't feel bad for telling me. Tell me down there in the comments. And as always, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed. Like I said in the beginning, we're getting so close to 300 subscribers, which is incredible. And like the video if you enjoyed. I will make some more of these in the future. And yeah, that's been it from me, guys. Peace.